Alright, guys. So, as I said, I'm doing both stream and streaming and my podcast at the same time. Uh, my podcast is on FarStepper, FarStepper on YouTube. If you want to check out that recording, but if you don't have time and you're just listening to me in your drive, uh, you know, that's why I'm doing the podcast. Uh, the live streaming's going on at the same time, so you may hear me talking to my viewers if I get any, uh, answering questions that they might have. Uh, and so just heads up on that. I will relate the if I go to answer a question or if I'm talking, I'll read what I'm hearing and so that you can keep up with the conversation. Uh, though I'm pretty sure I've been shadow banned because of the last couple of videos I've done. Most likely it'll just be me recording my gameplay and then uploading. Then we'll see what goes on from there. The game I'm playing, just if you're curious and want to check it out, is 7 Days to Die. Alpha 18.4. Uh, so yeah, that started in a really crappiest point. Hey, that sets the mood for our conversation currently. Uh, I've never done this before, so I don't know if you guys will hear the sound in the background or not. Um, Comment, let me know if you are, so next time I can turn off the sound, if so. Um, yeah, so back on, for those who just are tuning into my YouTube, I'm doing a dual podcast recording and live stream today, uh, just on what's happening. My podcast, let me double check that real fast. Mm, It's on Anchor. Give me a moment. My name is for my podcast. I believe it is David, aka the Curse King. Let me double check here. Yeah, David, aka the Curse King, is my podcast. Once I figure out how to do it, I'll link it both my YouTube to my podcast as well as to my podcast to my YouTube. Um, I'm just going over basically the events of just been happening. Apologizing to y'all that it's been so long since I've done any type of upload, but things have been crazy. I mentioned the fact that I was wanting to go to Oregon to visit my family, but they are were put back under full lockdown because of these idiots protesting, rioting, and causing a spike in the COVID-19 issue, so on and so forth. So this isn't going to be like my normal stream. Normally I would just do like let's build or let's play style, but I'm going to go ahead and put my mind out there, let people know how I feel, what I see, and love it or hate it. Comment in the box and comment in the below. Let me know what you guys think and on both my podcast as well as on my YouTube. If this is too confusing or whatnot, just let me know and I will do individuals instead of doing both at the same time. Let's see. What else has been going on with me? I'm actually going to be, I'm looking at getting myself some glasses. Uh, Soon, hopefully within the next week to 2 weeks, I'll upload a picture with me wearing them. I mean, they're not going to be nothing fancy. I can't expect for anything really, because I'm still waiting to get back to work, and I don't know how long our unemployment assistance is going to last. Um, let's see, where do I want to go from here? But okay, let's. Another thing I will go ahead and cover uh, is um let's what's going on with the election. Right now, the election is just an entire mess. I dare say it's sham right now on both sides of the spectrum because neither party is going to accept defeat because of the unreliability and extended time it's going to take to do mail-in ballots. Um, the best bet for if you do decide to use your mail-in ballot, your best bet is to do the absentee ballot rather than a mail-in ballot. It's more secure and quicker, and less likely to be intercepted by either side because they won't know. It's just going to be like a normal letter. Um, so that's what I'm going to do. I'm either going to find a way to get into the box, or I'm going to do an absentee ballot. But to be honest with you guys, with like a lot of other people, I do not see this election ending well. I see multiple possibilities. The scariest possibilities is a straight up civil war to the point of the Democratic led party. Oh, FYI, before we go on that, let me give you some background for that. Certain members of both the Republican and Democratic Party have done war games under taxpayer money about what happens if President Trump doesn't accept his defeat. And he actually challenges them. Why? Because mail-in ballots is not a very good, uh, it's not good. I mean, and keep in mind, I will repeat this. Absentee ballots are not mail-in ballots. They are two completely different things and use two completely different sources for delivery. One is delivered via federal verification. The other one is delivered simply by postal and may not require signature verification. Not paranoia, just facts, guys. Um, so keep that in mind with whatever you decide to do. I mean, thank God we still live in a free nation. For how much longer, I have no idea. But right now, it's a free nation. Uh, but who knows what's going to be coming in the near future. But for me, as I said, my biggest fear is no matter what happens, the neither party's going to accept a victory because it won't be a victory. It'll be a claimant of a victory without substantial backup because they can't. It'll take as slow as the postal mail is. It will take months longer to actually count the ballots, even if they're not messed with, and that's a big if they're not messed with. Um, so whatever they claim on November 13th, November 5th, whatever they just are, January, whatever, whenever the voting comes and they claim their victory, both sides, uh, is mainly which they're right now it's mainly set around the electoral vote because I mean it's it's not the popular vote is unreliable at best because as I said it takes a lot of time to count the ballots. Give me a second, guys. For some reason, my screen's doing a lock thing. Uh, all right. Back to what I was saying. I foresee no matter who wins, it's going to be challenged via either the factor of ballot ballot manipulation or simply that they're just not uh, you know, willing to accept it, whatever side you lean towards. So that's crazy. My suggestion would be sound paranoid, but my suggestion would be to keep 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 going, guys. Whatever you do, keep moving forward. I mean, we got a lot of shit going on. I mean, it's not good. No matter how you try to paint the picture, it could be really bad. And let's hope it's not. I mean, I hope it's not. But I've been looking at things since it began back in since I've been able to vote back when I voted for Obama both times, believe it or not. Uh, and I also voted for Clinton. And to be honest, like most people, I voted Democratic for the most part, since I started voting right up until the last election when I voted for Donald Trump. And I don't regret my vote. I'm actually planning, whether you care to decide to stop listening to hear this, I'm actually planning on voting for Donald Trump again. Because I don't like liars, I don't like cons, and I don't like arrogant people who think they're God's gift to humankind, when in fact they've done nothing but hurt humankind. I mean, for example, Kamala Harris, who was tapped for VP by Biden, uh, has a public record that's very dismal for interacting with the public. And if you're interested in finding out why I say what I'm doing, you can do your own research and look it up yourself because I don't want to tell people what to believe and not to believe. I mean, that's America isn't designed for us to be telling everyone to shut up and listen. It's designed for everyone to be able to talk freely. At least that was the original intent when our country seceded from Britain and became our own independent country. was because people were tired of having their rights spit on by individuals in power via social connections or by blood ties by others. And people got tired of being treated like they weren't nothing more than what they were born into rather than um, what they want to be. Um, hmm, I don't know if I want to make that one. Hey, I just don't know, guys. I mean, things aren't looking good. I keep repeating myself, but I uh can't stop from trying to get people to realize how important everything is right now that's going on. A lot of people would tell me, "What's one person gonna do? I mean, what can we do?" But believe it or not, there's a lot as Americans we can do because that is how our country was founded on. Writing is not one of the things that are okay to do, despite what people think. Writing is not uh, it's not a form of protest. Writing is violent, it is criminal, and especially when you're sitting there attacking people just because they're different from you. That was the whole point of our Civil War. People are not to be attacked, discriminated against, or assaulted because they look differently from you. At that time, it was Civil War. It was blacks and other minority groups. Current policy is American. Uh, Regardless of that you're American, people are attacking whites repeatedly. Whether you are white or whether you just look white, it doesn't matter. I mean, a moment, my phone's acting up again. No surprise, to be honest. Uh, I wouldn't be surprised if my stream gets terminated while I'm going on, anyways. Censorship is a real thing. So, what shall we cover next? Shall I cover next? I guess, well, let's cover how men are being treated right now. Um, Regardless of your ethnic background, be it Asian, Latino, Caucasian, African, men are being emasculated and villainized as if we are naturally the enemy of humanity. Which personally I don't know how that works because you need women and men to create humanity, but whatever. Um, Gotta out that way. Um, for example, any men who do any kinds of things that try to discredit uh, men toxicity have been shadow banned and outright uh, banned from multiple social media platforms. Some of these platforms include, but not limited to, uh, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Um, Again, as I said, please fact check me. Don't take my word for it, because I mean, I'm not trying to create an echo chamber. I want people to look at life as it is, not as we're being told. Because part of our big problem right now is people are looking at everything everyone else tells them and just accepting it instead of actually doing the research themselves. Not a good idea. I mean, we all got one form of bias or another. It's just we're humans. That's just part of being humans. Um, Give me a second. I'll be right back. My roommate keeps walking in front of me like he needs to say something. So give me one moment. All right, guys. I'm gonna help my friend look for his headphones, but I'll keep talking to you guys while I'm helping him. Sorry for my stream on YouTube, guys. If it's a pause screen right now, but as I said, I'm helping my friend find something. Uh, but yeah, I mean, what's going on in this world is just straight up crazy. I mean, it's like a complete 180 from way things used to be. I mean, you used to hear about how women were discriminated against, how blacks were discriminated against, and Latinos, so on and so forth. Now you have these riots from these individual groups. I'll try to stop repeating their names so I don't get another shadow ban if it's not already done. Um, but now you're hearing about men, whites, including myself, if anyone's curious. I am Caucasian, even though I of skin complexion, even though I am not actually Caucasian. I'm a mutt. I have multiple Uh, I have multiple uh, ethnic backgrounds. I'm 3/8 Native American. I got Portuguese. I got uh, uh, not Mexican, but Spanish from actual Spain, as well as French, English, and I think maybe some Irish in the background. But my because of the combination, the lighter pigmentation and the lighter eyes being genetically dominant, I look white. So, and according to the natural census, I'm white because they got a selection where you can say others, and they don't even look at that, regardless of it being true or not. So, if you want, guys, go ahead and post your guys and gals. Post your own experiences and shit going on in the world, but please be polite about it. Don't judge others because I won't respond to anything that is judgmental or discriminatory on either side of the spectrum. Um, but my own personal experience, I have lost job opportunities due to the minority requirements of companies to have a certain percent of women and minority groups within their business. Whether they're skilled for the job or not isn't the issue, it's what the PC culture demands. So I've lost really good job opportunities. I can't even get loans to extend my uh, educations because of the high requirements for anything. Like one loan for $1,200, which doesn't even pay for one university class. You have to do a 10,000 word essay on why you deserve this loan over someone else. Um, Job markets, I was targeted as one of a few Caucasians working at one of my old jobs by the minority and female management, and ended up leaving on a pretty neutral tone. Basically, I agreed not to sue them. They agreed not to put it on my work record that that I got fired. Instead, it was like I got laid off, and that's pretty much it on that one. Um, uh, with everything going on right now, I can't even go to church, a Christian church, to join the fellowship because supposed COVID increased numbers and shutdowns and partial shutdowns for a large mass. But again, I'm confused. I can't go to church, but yet people can riot down streets in the hundreds or peacefully protest in the middle of the streets, assholes and elbows, and it's okay, but I can't go to church. You know, whatever. It is what it is. I can't say, I'm not a real religious fella. I don't really do a whole lot of, you know, the whole organized religion, kneeling on my knees, praying to these preachers that say, "Oh, pray to us, talk to us. We'll talk to the God and Jesus for you." It's like, no, that doesn't work. You talk to God and Jesus themselves, not some intermittent trying to override what you're taught. But again, that's a whole nother tantrum. Uh, uh, so we're dealing with a basically we're dealing with a reversal of situations. and people are going mad. I mean, just straight up mad. I mean, when you got governors putting 1,300 violent criminals uh, with sexual predators, pedophilia, and rape, you're releasing 1,300 by a state park in a family neighborhood. I mean, what else can you call that but crazy? Um, and people beating each other like they did back in the freaking pre-civil rights, which is trying to be. If you do your own research, you'll find that certain states are actually, including California, are actually trying to rescind the civil rights acts, saying that they're racist, when it's the exact opposite. They're designed to help stop or stunt racism. That's why they are. That's why you can't tell someone they can't go into a restaurant because of their color, sex, or religion, or nationality, as it's been amended recently, because it's civil rights. But again, fact check me, do your own research. Um, let's see, what else is there? There's a lot going on. That's why I'm taking time to think about what to say and what to do. Again, for my YouTube viewers, I'm sorry if it seems kind of bored. I mean, with the intermittent pause on the screen, whatnot, but I am a living, breathing human being. It is the middle of the afternoon for me today. I do have roommates, so unfortunately, I can't stream straight and I can't podcast straight without pausing in between because as a roommate or part of a family unit, you need to put your assistants in, and people can't, and they can't be sitting there. You can't expect them to sit there and reset their entire life around yours. Uh, but unfortunately, I can't do my streams very much at night because there's a little one in the picture, and my voice has a tendency of carrying, and it wake the child up. So there's that. Uh, I mean, I will try to do more, solid straight time, like 2 hours blocks if I can make it. But for now, this is how I'm doing my uploads. If you get annoyed, I apologize. If you decide to unsubscribe, may life, may your life be well, and may you find someone that's more entertaining to you. Because all platforms are a form of entertainment, and not everyone are entertained by the same thing. For those of you who remain and don't decide to unsubscribe, I appreciate it. Thank you for your understanding. And I will try to do better in the future by making blocks where I can actually say, hey, I'm doing this at this time. Unless there's something big, then just leave me to do it. Yeah, I'm all over today, and I. So, anyways, there's a lot more I can say, a lot more I can do. Uh, but for now, what I can do, what I'm able to do, is talk. I mean, the first tool to create a society or a civilization has only always been communications. You can have all the tools in the world, but if you can't communicate how to use them, well, you have that. Just think about a bunch of children that don't know how to talk to each other trying to build the same Lego city and how it turns out. One part of it will be a fantasy castle, another part will be a bunch of nonsense, another part will be a big old Lego tower, because you can't communicate. If you can't communicate, then society doesn't grow and bloom. Uh, see, another thing I wanted to talk about what's happening is people are becoming very divided. I mean, friends of 20 plus years are isolating themselves from other friends with different, different opinions, be it political, be it societal, whatever it happens to be. And unfortunately, way it's getting earning the company mainstream media and platforms more money because unfortunately the only thing we love more than creating is destroying and tearing people down rather than bringing them up. And right now we have an epidemic of that. We got people assaulting other people on the streets because they're white and beating them nearly to death for defending a woman. She's a white transsexual. For my younger audience, our ignorant audience that don't know what that means, it means a guy that trans uh, that had an operation or medicine that gave him a female body. The internal organs are still male, but the external organs are female, and they identify as female. That's why I say transsexual woman, or I'll say she rather than he, because that's another great thing about America. We are who we want to be, not what others want us to be. At least that's the way it's always been until recently when you can't even talk to your family and friends about your political, religious, or sociological views on the world. Um, so with this division being seeded by all these companies because it's getting them so much money, I mean, fear is just as profitable as love. In some cases, more profitable because you can charge more money for, you know, mask or military equipment and whatnot. Sad but true. Um, just hold fast to your family and your friends, guys, because regardless of what happens in the world today, we are all we got. I mean, there is no second chance, there is no restart, there is no pause. It is simply one life, one, and the path you take. It's not like a lot of fantasy games, or even like this game where you can save it and try a different path, because this game being 7 Days to Die, because you don't like the outcome. Once you make a decision and once you speak, you can't undo those things. They're with you forever. And maybe you know good people who will forgive you for them, but often people hold grudges. Alright, let's get back to the game. Maybe. I think my roommate needs me again. Give me 1 second. Alright, guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. But as I said, I can't expect my friends and my family and my roommates to stop whatever they're doing just so I can do what I'm doing. I've always said that, hey, this is what it is, and I would never ask my roommates or my friends or family wherever I'm at to stop what they're doing or change their routine just for me. It's not right. At least not in my opinion. I mean, there's others that think, oh, it's cool, it's all right. I don't think it is. and even more people who say that, oh, if you love me, you'll do this. No, that's not how love works. I don't know what world you live on, but here on planet Earth, if you love someone, you love them unquestionably. Not blindly, but unquestionably, and without trying to change who they are or what they want to do. And before anyone in the comments says, hey, you got zombies approaching you, I know, guys. But fortunately, it's during the daylight, and on 7 Days to Die, during the daylight, zombies are very slow for those of you who haven't played it. So it gives you time to build up, but you gotta be careful because you could get surrounded very easily, very quickly. Um, the basic gist of things, guys, is I'm gonna go ahead and uh, end the podcast here with this last part, and if you want to jump over to my stream, my YouTube channel, continue to listen to me ranting and blabbering and whatnot. Please do, as I said, it's FarStepper, FarStepper, at YouTube. And for those of you guys who are on my stream or watching my stream later, my podcast is on Anchor. I'm hoping it can be found on Spotify. I'm not sure yet. Uh, but yeah, keep your family and your friends close, guys. Don't get overwhelmed by all this stupidity going on in the world. I mean, no matter what book you're writing, it's not okay to attack people just because they're different from you. It's not okay for governments to say, well, you do what we say in America, because in America, the government is supposed to do what the people say. But the people have to step up. This means you, the silent majority, and people need to start researching instead of feigning ignorance and accepting blindly the facts that media gives you, no matter whether you're watching a conservative news network or like Fox Network or liberal news networks like CNN or MSNBC, because they're just going to tell you what they think their point of view and their fractured perception of the world. Whatever gets them more clicks, more tickets. Unfortunately, right now that's uh, sowing seeds of hate in the fields of friendships and family. Um, but as I said, hold them close to you because we only have one life to live, guys. There's no restarts and no saves. Just the path we take and the choices we make and the words we speak. They can't be taken back ever. So thank you for listening. Those of you on my anchor, thank you for staying with me. For those of you on my stream, and also to get another perspective of things from of the world as it stands and their fractured perceptions to maybe add to mine in the news media to help you see things. Uh, my friend Lori at Lori Lulu. Give me 1 second. I will double check the name. Let's see. Doo, 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 doo. Where is it? Well, yeah. Give me a second. I'll have to write this down somewhere. Radio podcast. All right, it's at random with Lori G on Anchor, as well as she can her podcast can be found uh on ay, vey, on Spotify and various other platforms. She has panel of friends. They talk about random things, like what about sex, and things on about anime and just random topics that her and her friends and hopefully me as time progress. I'll be on her podcast as well as having her on mine. Um, but yeah, give her a listen and please share my podcast. Uh, Share my podcast, share my YouTube if you like what you hear. Um, and what you see on my YouTube. If you like it, please share it. Hit like. It's the only way I can get past the current shadow ban my YouTube channel and podcast has been on. So thank you guys. Have a wonderful night, wonderful morning, or day, whatever it happens to be. Uh, yeah. Stay alive, guys. Keep your heart pure and keep your mind open, your minds and your eyes wide open as well. Good night. Alright. And as for those who are still with me on my video or my stream, thank you for continuing to join me. I'm gonna go ahead and throw some music on, and we're gonna do some play. See, nope, wrong one. Mm, Where is my multimedia? YouTube save. Random recording today. There should. Oops, wrong one. play for a while, get things set up. I'm probably not going to go over a lot of other conversation until later in the stream. Hopefully more people will be here to join me. For those who are still here that have joined me already, thank you very much. I appreciate your patronage, and I hope you enjoy the content. Alright guys, enjoy the music, and I hope you can enjoy the gameplay as well. Death number 1. Hey everyone. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and end the stream here. um, I'll probably do another one a bit later tonight. Um, Thanks for watching, and please hit the like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Be much appreciated. Have a wonderful day, evening, morning, whichever it is with you. And thank you once again. Thank you for watching.